Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chillz. This is our Christmas special. We got Andy, the co-host.
Hello.
You haven't replaced him yet. He's still here. I'll keep him for another couple episodes, see how he behaves. If naughty or nice, we don't know. We'll find out. Andy, let's crack open some cider here. Thanks for bringing the cider.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We got some good topics.
I could have gotten winter cranberry, but it didn't taste a lot like cranberry. So I got apple cinnamon. George made me buy the drinks this time, so I didn't have time to find festive beer.
That's fine, no worries. Andy.
Grab a cider and listen along.
Yep.
Cheers.
Did you, talking about beers
Right.
and ciders and stuff, and he always brings this thing up with me. Every time I get excited about something, okay? I'll call him and be like, Andy, I got this idea or something like that. And I'm kind of stoked. I'm excited about it. And he goes, what, are you drunk, man? I go, no, man, I just have a great idea. Every time I get excited or I have an idea or I get enthusiastic, and he's like, what, are you drunk? The first thing comes out of his mouth. What is that, Andy?
What are these ideas?
Every time I call you.
Every time you call?
Well, most times. Most times I have great ideas.
Do you actually have good ideas, or are you drunk?
That's debatable. Anyways, but the Leafs are doing well. I watched the last Leafs game. Matthews scored an OT sniper shot. He's like amazing. Are you watching the Leafs games?
Not really, given that I'm usually watching them with you. And
What kind of Torontonian are you?
like I said, I like watching hockey.
Yeah, I mostly like watching it with friends and stuff and family. Every time I watch it at home, my sister and my dad are like, stop yelling at the TV, man. There's no one else there. They can't hear you. So that's why I go with my friends or to the bar and we hang out, we watch
You
it.
can yell at the TV together.
I don't yell. Yeah, like I don't yell at the TV, but I'm like, yo, you could have got that shot. You know what I mean? Anyways. But yeah, the Leafs are doing really good. I think they're like number 1 or number 2 right now. And they've only lost like 1 or 2 games, which is amazing in a while. Yeah. So they're going to make the playoffs. They got to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we hear this every year. Got to make the playoff. They're going to make the playoffs. But this year's looking pretty good. I sound like every Leafs fan, I guess. Fucking.
You do.
My uncle has a picture on his wall, and it says a Leafs fan waiting for the cup, and it's just a skeleton in a jersey.
I have seen that
Like so many
that
times.
shirt many times.
Hey, what was that? You wanted to tell me about some crazy dog or something?
Oh yes, well I was reading the Toronto Metro, and this person adopted a dog and asked the question about what they should do with the dog because the dog is scared of people. And so they started to have random strangers visit the dog and like feed the dog treats to show that.
So is it like a rescue or something?
Yeah, the dog was,
Oh.
I think, from an abusive relationship, and now they've adopted it, and the dog is still like scared, and so they had strangers like offer him treats, and so to show that that all they have is love and care for the dog. Random strangers,
Sounds like a rough job, man. Like I don't know what's going on.
but the dog is still scared, and so the woman proposed this question to Metro, and the writer was like, "Well, you're doing everything kind of right, but you should be distancing the strangers from the dog and have the strangers be farther away before they give the treats."
So what's her initial goal here? To just get this dog not scared of humans?
Yeah, to have the dog not afraid anymore.
The thing is, it all depends how much this thing was abused, right? Because they could be like, it could be so ingrained in this dog to the point like when it was like a pup, like it's all it knows, right?
Yeah.
If you beat a dog, if you keep beating the dog, and then you call the dog over to come, it's not gonna come. It thinks you're gonna beat it again.
Yeah.
Even if you're gonna give it a treat, it doesn't care. No, I was gonna get that guy's gonna beat me. I'm not coming over. And then you beat the dog for not coming over. It's a never-ending cycle,
Yeah.
and that's why this dog has problems or whatever. My first job was I was a dog walker, and I was like a kid when I was like 12, 13. So I bought my dog, all that money with all that money I got from that job, and that was a rescue dog. This dog was scared of its own shadow. It would look back and it would get scared. Like you talk to it just a little too loud, it would get scared. It was crazy because it was abused as well when it was young. So my neighbor rescued it. And
So how did you prevent the dog from being scared of humans?
What do you like? What do you mean? Like, oh, I didn't do any. Like, I didn't do anything specifically for the dog. Like, as in like treatment wise, I just walked it every morning.
Did the dog over time get used to humans or
No,
strangers?
it was just that traumatically stressed that nothing helped it really.
So it never got
It
over
never
the fear of
really got
humans.
over the fear of being scared of everything.
That's sad.
I'm sure if it sneezed, it got scared of its own shadow.
Well, I don't think the one who proposed the question would love that answer.
This is the truth. My dog did this the other day, and it was the funniest thing. My dog, she sneezed, and then a second later started barking because she was like, "What the hell's going on?" And nothing was. So like she heard the noise, and then she started barking because she's getting old in her old age, and then so she got scared of her sneeze, remembering about it like a second later, and started barking in the house, like
Wow.
going crazy.
Wow.
And I was like, "Bella, shut up. That was yourself. Relax." But my dog's amazing. My dog never barks. Like unless there's someone at the door, that's about it.
My sister's cat hated the bell on him, and every time the bell would ring, he got scared. He got irritated and scared, and he didn't know where the bell was coming from, even though the bell was hanging on his neck.
That's crazy.
And he got the cone because he was being neutered. He hated that. He kept trying to run and get it off, and we were supposed to not like help him remove the cone. It's very traumatic. But he's doing all right now.
I was with your sister now, right?
Yeah, he's in Vancouver.
And
Fits.
one last dog story, since we're on this topic, real quick. This was a pretty sad but amazing story. This dog that was trained, it's like 2-3 years old, but it's an army dog, and they sent this dog to Afghanistan. A lot of canines train with or assist the soldiers in combat. They do many jobs.
Yeah.
And this one dog, he died saving three Marines.
Wow.
Yeah, in combat. It's crazy. So this dog's getting like full honors and everything, and like a proper memorial. I forgot what the name of the dog was, or like the name of the platoon he was in or whatever. But the story was incredible. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's called dog's best friend, man.
Yeah.
He dies for you, so you can keep going to protect you. That's crazy.
Pretty amazing.
My dad told me this funny story to my friend Dominic, and he goes, "You want to know who your best friend is?" And he goes, and then my friend, he goes, "How?" He goes, "Shove your best friend in the trunk and shove your dog in the trunk. See which one greets you when you come out of the trunk 3 hours later. Which one's more happier to see you?"
Wait, isn't the dog in the trunk?
Yeah, they're both in the trunk. Your friend and the dog in the trunk, and see which one's more happier to see you in 3 hours. See which
I
one's really
see.
your best friend. My dad, that's a good one.
Feels like he did this with experience.
I don't think so, but yeah. Anyways, Andy, I know you wanted to. You were talking to me earlier today about this girl you were talking to. How's that going?
It's going all right.
Any luck? Andy's talking to this girl. He's trying to get a date or see if things will click, match, whatever you want to say. How's your dating life going? I know you want to talk about it.
It's pretty stale,
Oh,
gotta say.
well.
Kind of focused on this girl who just wants to be friends, so that's frustrating. I've been in this boat before, so I know how it works. But you can't really change someone's mind if they're not interested in changing their mind.
That's true. I mean, you gotta let it take its course and not push it, right?
Yep.
Well, I wish you luck on that, but
Thank you.
hopefully you get to see her on that event coming up, and he's taking her to a movie, so we'll see what happens.
The new Deadpool
Or inviting her to a movie,
The
so
new-
we'll
the
see
new-
what happens.
Deadpool Christmas film.
Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of good movies coming out right now. We still haven't seen that movie. What's it called?
Johnny English Strikes Again.
Johnny English. There's so many good. There's a couple good movies that are out right now. So good, I forgot the names. Oh.
I don't know if A Star Is Born is still around. I feel like it kind of went out of theaters. I wanted to see that.
I didn't really want to see that movie that much, but I'm not a big fan of
Probably gone.
Lady Gaga. I was in like her poker face days, but
Yeah, but this is her really singing rather than like her pop.
so you're telling me that wasn't her singing? I was getting ripped off.
It
Fake
was her
news.
singing, it just wasn't her doing her best work.
Oh, so this is her. premium material.
Yeah,
This
if you
is at
listen
her
to like
high.
Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga, that's Lady Gaga's real voice shining. If you watch the movie, it's Lady Gaga's real voice shining. She's not covered with all this makeup. She's just giving you her
It's
natural
raw.
face. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Oh, here's something that I need to talk to you about or ask you, because you were telling me about your dad,
Oh yes.
and just on the way here.
Right.
And Andy goes, because Andy knows that I like cars, and just recently, last couple of years, I've really been fascinated by Tesla, because it's a fucking amazing car company and everything they're doing. And it's not just cars, Andy. So just hold on a second. And so tell me what your father was said. This
My
drives me
dad
nuts.
thinks Teslas are a waste of money.
Why, man? Why they waste the money? I mean, I know you can't vouch for him 100%, but still.
He just thinks they're ridiculously expensive cars. But my dad doesn't like BMWs. My dad doesn't like Mercedes because he thinks they're just filled with rich, spoiled drivers.
I mean, you're not wrong for the most part. But here's the thing, though. It's not necessarily the car. It's the person driving the car, right?
Right. But if a lot of people buy these cars and it's the same demographic,
Just because I buy a Toyota or just because I buy a Mercedes doesn't make me a different type of driver, more of an idiot or less than an idiot. I'm still an idiot, that same idiot I am behind the wheel, right?
no, but if enough people drive these cars, they sort of set an image for this type of car.
It's true. BMW has a like known thing for like aggressive drivers who are always cutting you off and never letting you in. But anyways, back to the Tesla thing. They're not very expensive, especially the Model 3s, because listen, they're only $35,000 and they're saving the planet, man. They saved like over couple 14 billion metric tons of pollution in the last like couple years, just couple years.
I never disagreed with you on this.
I'm
topic.
just saying your dad's theory or your dad's thoughts on Tesla just kills me.
I didn't say I support it. I didn't say I didn't support it. I just voiced what he said to me. That's it. It's
Elon,
literally-
you know who Elon Musk is, right?
Yes.
Okay, he's changing the world as we know it
Good.
for the better. Because I know there's a lot of like stuff happening that's like shitty, like happening in the media, like a lot of bad news and stuff that are not. What's the word I'm looking for? Like it makes you doubt society, like in what way we're going. But like when you wake up in the morning and you hear, oh, we got a new form of electricity, more sustainable this, better housing there, whatever it may be. This doesn't have to be related to Elon, but you know, you got hope for the future, for your kids or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's good.
talking about good news. I know you wanted to tell us some good news. Come on.
Oh right. Yes.
I wanna hear your segment.
I've got to fill up more of this cider.
Don't be shy. We got an hour.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, the first topic I want to bring up is Paradise, California.
Oh, that's pretty sad what's been happening in California with all those wildfires.
But I heard about this driver who drove through the blaze to rescue people that were caught in the fire and then drove them out. And then he drove back in and almost died in the blaze, but a bulldozer knocked the car out of the flames, and so he survived.
So wait. So you're saying is he was already in safety, right? Like, and then he risked his life back
Save
into
more people.
to go back into the fire,
Yeah.
and then he almost died.
Yeah.
A bulldozer came and saved him,
Mm-hmm.
and then he came back, and then he came back to safety.
Yeah. He was rescued
That's
by
amazing.
the bulldozer. Yeah. So that's the first Good Samaritan story. Second Good Samaritan story is more closer to home in Ontario somewhere, possibly Markham. There was a guy hanging from the lights of his house, his Christmas lights.
Oh, I heard about this. This is crazy.
On a roof. And there was a Good Samaritan just driving by and thought the man was in trouble and went to alert the neighbors that there was someone hanging from their roof and it looked pretty dangerous. And they told him that the person hanging from the roof was fake.
I was like a dummy.
Yeah. But,
But
you
it's,
know,
it's a nice, good thing, Samaritan thing.
good for him.
I My dad one time went to go help a blind man because he's going down the stairs like to the subway or something. And the guy goes to, fuck you, I don't need your help, man. And my dad's like, just trying to help you. Like, wow. Like, you have to be like that. Come on. Sorry for being a nice guy, you know what I mean?
Those are the homeless for you. I remember there was a woman who was like, "Jeez, can you spare some change? Can you spare some change?" You give her a nickel. What is this? It's money. You should just be thankful I gave you any. And she was like, "I take this back. What? I don't know what this is." I'm like, "It's money. You're asking for change. What did you expect? $100 bills?"
That reminds me of 4 or 5 years ago. I used to give out soup to the homeless on Christmas Eve, and I would, in my van, we would heat up like.
Oh, this sounds very sketchy.
No, not in my.
My van. That should be our new
and on
segment
the side it said
of the Chillz. In my van.
What's in George's van today? Free candy this week.
Oh God! And look, strippers.
Okay, let's not. Anyways, we would heat up the soups at my house, and then we would put them in the van, and we would give out bowls of soup and with bread. Anyways, besides the point, because. And this one guy, I go, he goes, "Sir, do you want a soup?" And he goes, "No, I only want vino only. Give me a vino." I go, "I'm only giving out soup, man. There's no options." And I only want vino. Okay, well, I'm not giving that out.
You should have told him that there was wine in the soup.
No, man, that's not how it works.
Yeah, but he would have eaten the soup then.
Listen, you can't force the guy to eat his soup.
You could have been like, "Yeah, there's wine in this soup, man. Drink up."
You can bring the donkey to the water, but you can't make the donkey drink.
Like I said, you could have just
Or the
told him
mule.
that there was wine in the soup. Like, what was the worst that's gonna happen? He drinks it, throws it on the ground. Says, "This isn't
next
vino."
thing you know, I got the health minister being like, "You're serving alcohol to people without a license or some bullshit."
Yeah, the likelihood of that happening is not very likely.
But in a moving car, it is.
The homeless aren't going to start informing their friends that there's wine in the soup. It's one drunk
They're
man.
gonna text their friends, man.
They don't have phones
Yes,
to
they
text.
do. That's what they do. They get enough money to pay their phone bills.
This is ludicrous.
Ludicrous. But no, listen to this. A guy in the States, or was it a woman? Either or, I don't remember. It's irrelevant. Anyways, he would go beg for money every day. But he would park his BMW around the corner, and then he would go to the spot.
Yeah, I saw that in Europe. A guy pulled out of his car. A guy got out of his car, sat in the corner of the wall, and just got out a Tim Hortons cup and was just like, "Change?" I'm like, "Buddy, I saw you leave your car, okay? You're not homeless. Or at least you're homeless enough to be living in a car." Like,
That's crazy.
Ridiculous.
These guys are getting more and more tech savvy too, because a couple of years back, right near on the DVP, there's this one guy, he hangs out there with his he has a bike and a little seat, and before they changed the road layout, he would sit there, and then one time this new guy came, and then he goes, "You have any change?" I go to him, "No change, sir." He goes, "I accept debit." You accept debits? What is this? This is nuts. Yeah, no.
you
They're
know how
still
that
not
works,
giving
right?
you change.
They give him his debit. The person gives the homeless man his debit card, and the guy just takes his debit card and runs away.
Shopping spree. Tap $100 gone.
Ah, exactly. Anyway, the third positive story of the evening is about free passes to the ROM for mentally unstable patients.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, apparently
but how
they're
much is
giving
that
out-
going to cost us taxpayers?
I don't know, but they're giving out 5,000 free passes to those people because one patient was interviewed and she's like, "Yes, my therapist recommended Tai Chi."
Tai Chi. So, wait.
Just
so,
different ways
just different ways to cope with the therapy.
cope
Or the therapy
to calm your
treatment.
mind, you know.
Ah.
And now the ROM is giving out 5,000 passes just for people to go, you know, into the ROM and expand their minds. I think
One
it's
of my
great.
favorite calming things is, this is nothing crazy. It's just I like to go to the beach. The ocean is just so soothing. It's just like you literally just forget about. There's actually a word for it. It's like blue ocean sensation or something. I don't know what it's called. But it's like just when you go to the ocean, like everything just melts away. You forget about your problems. It's nice.
Yeah, well, that's great.
The only problem is it's like a 12-hour 24-hour drive to get there. So yeah.
24-hour drive to get to the beach?
No, to get to Florida. To
Oh,
the
yeah.
ocean, yeah.
But we have beaches here.
Yeah, those are more depressing than anything else. There's dead seagulls along the shore every 2 inches.
Yeah, our seas aren't doing very well. Our lakes aren't doing very well, I hear. It's pretty polluted. It's pretty sad.
And that's why we need those Teslas and those energy power walls so we can bring down the pollution.
Energy power walls.
Power walls, yeah. You know what a power wall is?
No.
And you have a lot to learn, my son, my student here. Soon you'll
Okay.
be the sensei.
I'm not that much younger than you.
You're still younger. Respect your elders. Anyways, I'm just
Anyway.
kidding. All I'm saying is there's this thing Tesla has called power walls. What they do is if you put solar panels on your house or whatever, or it doesn't even have to be that. I keep hitting this mic. What you do is it takes the energy from the sun and stores it in a battery for when you need it for your house or your car or your appliances, or it takes energy off the grid at a cheaper rate. So if it's like 10 cents a kilowatt during the peak hours, but let's say at nighttime it's like 5 cents a kilowatt, it takes energy, stores it, and then you use it, and then essentially you're saving a lot more money. And you're not using it during the peak hours when electricity is more expensive, and it burns more during and it's because when it's more expensive, it also costs more to make and
Right.
it pollutes a bit more. Because energy in your house is created as soon as you needed it, so it's not always there readily available for you.
So this is only for people who buy Teslas, though.
No,
No?
you can get a power wall just to power your house if you want to save on electricity or costs or whatever. No, you don't have to have just a car.
So what does it have to do with Tesla, though? Every time someone puts up a power wall, Tesla will pay for it?
No, you still have to pay for that yourself. The power wall, I'm saying, is over time it will pay for itself. You
So this
know,
has nothing to do with Tesla.
Tesla's the one who makes it.
I see.
That's what I'm saying. They have
Okay.
the power wall. What I'm saying is there's very many the applications for this are endless. People can go off grid in the middle of nowhere and just use it,
Yeah.
but so that they can live off grid. They don't have to be reliant on Uncle Sam
That's handy.
to a certain point. And that's just the benefits of it, and it also gets rid of the pollution. Helps. You can never really get rid of all the pollution, but
I don't know. If they spend enough years on it, we might be able to remove
yeah, but you're not going to
pollution.
stop making ice cars tomorrow, even if they ban them.
Ice cars.
Oh, internal combustion engines. It's what the EV community calls them. Yeah.
And you're apparently part of the EV community.
Oh, I am. I keep myself quite informed about new stuff happening because I'm in this group on Facebook, and I see the stuff people build is amazing, man. Amazing. This one guy built an electric airplane, a plane.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. This guy, his own car. People are building cars, bikes, scooters. Crazy.
Aren't you building your own flying car?
No, I was talking to a guy about building a scooter. Not a scooter, but not a scooter. Like kind of like a hoverboard, but like an actual not a like a drone, but you can fly it.
Right.
But problem is, I was talking to this guy online, and it's very expensive.
Right.
And I don't have that. I'm not like that financially stable where I can burn that kind of money on projects that's a big project. You know, you need to have thousands of extra dollars to just throw into the project. It would be nice because it would be amazing to accomplish. Just put your name on that, but it's not feasible right now to do.
So it's being scrapped, your project?
No, it's still gonna happen, but it's gonna take time and mostly money.
But isn't the idea of this thing that you're going to be able to actually fly the damn thing? Like sit in the pilot seat and fly it?
Yeah, it's not gonna be like an airplane, but yes, that's the goal.
But
It's-
you could still go pretty high.
Yeah, there's other concepts out there, but yeah. Problem is these motors are very expensive.
Seems pretty cool.
It is. My dad has like a lot of engineering and he's a very good electrical, and I'm good at tinkering and electrical too. So, and I know people who could help me and stuff. So I want to make it work. You know?
When do you think this project will be complete?
But I don't know. when's the young line gonna be complete? We fucking have no idea.
Which young line? Isn't the young line
Yeah, I mean,
complete?
Eglinton line. That thing's been going on for a decade, I feel.
LRT, the light rail
Yeah.
transit.
Well, they better have it finished before the Olympics. When are we getting Olympics? 2026, right?
Are we?
Yeah. Toronto's getting the Olympics.
Nice.
So I'm hoping,
2026.
I believe so, yeah.
Cool.
The actual Olympics, though, not like any BS Olympics.
The BS Olympics. You think the people that are paraplegics are
No,
bullshit
I don't
Olympics?
mean it like that. It's
You
just...
heard it here first, folks.
Whoa, don't be putting words in my mouth, okay? Hey, next week we're looking for a new co-host. So
Oh
you're
God!
welcome.
Have you said this every time we've done this show? Wait, we've done this show twice here.
Anyways, but I just mean is the last Olympics, they kind of sucked for the economy here. Nobody went to them. The seats were all empty. Nobody wanted to go see them.
Yeah.
And because there was no oomph to that show. There was no, I don't know, they didn't sell it good. I don't know, like, as in, they didn't get people excited. I wasn't excited to go see it. I'd never want to
didn't
go
go.
see any. There you go, and yet you're the guy like, oh,
I just, want to think of the little people. Or
racist.
the
You
crippled
can't say
people.
like that, little people. It's 2018, man. Oh, talking about 2018, listen to this. Tell me how bullshit this is, okay? For the vegans out there, I love vegans, don't get me wrong. But listen, the PETA or whatever company, they're banning, or they're trying to ban people saying, oh, bring home the bacon because it's offensive to vegans.
Good luck.
What
doing
kind of nuts is this? Like,
Good luck doing that.
that is, and they're trying to ban like meat slogans, like as in things related to meat like that, because it's offensive to vegans.
Well, they don't have to eat them. Cows. Some O's are bad for you.
Ho ho ho, that's funny. Oh man, hey, listen, it's talking about cows. Tell me how messed up this is, okay? For cows, okay, this is really weird, really messed up. You can eat a cow. They fuck the cow for some reason. I don't know why. But and then you can kill a cow, but it's illegal to tip a cow. Explain to me how that makes any sense.
Guess it's very torturous towards the cows.
To tip it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do all those other things to the cow.
Yeah, well, I don't make up the rules.
I don't know
Apparently,
who is making up
one
the
state
cow.
it's illegal to swim on dry land.
Illegal to swim on dry land?
Yep.
Who's swimming on dry
I
land?
don't know, some idiot did apparently. They
Guy's
made
having a fucking cow over there. I don't
They
know.
made it illegal.
Oh, listen to this. In Toronto, they have a law like that too, where it's illegal here in Toronto to cross. I think it's actually Dundas, to be honest. Between the hours of like 6 and 7 p.m., you're not allowed to have more than 6 or 8 cows cross the road at a time.
Yeah, you
at the
told us.
intersection. At the intersection. Who the fuck's crossing any cows at the intersection here at Dundas? This law is what, 1800s old, from the 1800s, 1900s. What's going on?
We should do that. We should get a bunch of cattle and just walk them across Dundas
Hey,
and see if the
you're
police
getting a
stop.
ticket, sir. That's 8 cows. You're one over the limit. Get in the can.
Problem is, when we take the cows down the street and across the intersection, where are we going to put them at? All right, you're going back into the box. Take them back to the slaughterhouse, gentlemen.
Oh man. Talking about slaughter, which is, I feel like that's what the city is doing to us all the time with this. They're telling us that you told me earlier about the free, was it free tuition?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
It's going
Tell
to
me.
cost the government $2 billion.
$2 billion
Yeah.
for university?
For tuition to be free.
Man, that's gonna come out of our pocket. So it's not really free at the end of the day.
Well, for the students it is.
Yeah, but we still gotta pay for it. Our taxes are going to go up.
Yep.
Everything's going to go up because the Toronto has to pay for $2 billion is a lot of money.
$2 billion.
It's not a small chunk of change.
It's a lot of money.
No, taxes are already expensive here. To own a house is like minimum $1.5 million. Insurance, everything, food, work. When you get your work pay from work, they fucking cut like a quarter for taxes already. You're like, what am I left with? $1,000? What? Then I gotta buy shit. You know what I mean? So it's gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the long run. It's like anyways. Since the other day there was a shooting, Andy, at or was it today or yesterday? I don't remember. There was a shooting at a school, a threat. There was a gun threat, and what happened was the student just went into the school with a gun, and now the Prime Minister is it Trudeau? Trudeau wants to cut the gun law.
Prime Minister is Trudeau.
Yeah, sorry. Trudeau, he wants to reinforce the gun laws even more now. So he wants to make them even tighter than before. I think we should do what Australia did and just ban all guns. It makes it so much easier.
Yep.
It's actually very easy to get a gun here in Toronto, or in general. It's crazy. I know a guy, he just bought a semi-automatic gun. Friend of mine.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Just literally ordered it, and it came. I mean, he has all the paperwork and stuff for it, and legal stuff, but it's so crazy how easy it is to get a weapon. In the States, they have their Second Amendment. They have the right to bear arms and all that stuff. And
Oh, yes.
I get that, I do. But it's all like, oh, I want my gun. You can't take it away from me. And then their defense is like, oh, to protect my family. What do you mean protect your family, man? You have to have that thing locked away in your house. You have to have it in a safe, this and that. And then here's the thing. I was watching a comedy show last night, and this guy was talking about guns, and this guy was from Australia. And I forgot what his name was, actually. Jeff Bridges, maybe? I don't remember. And
Jeff Bridges?
yeah, I think it was Jeff Bridges. He's a comedian, right? Forgot his name.
I wouldn't consider Jeff Bridges to be a comedian. He's a very phenomenal actor.
Okay, then this wasn't him then. Anyways, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. The point is...
Do you know who Jeff Bridges is?
His name was Jeff something. I forgot right now.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh, yes.
Fudge. That
Fudge?
movie that I can't think of. True Grit. That's Jeff Bridges.
Anyways, the point is, Australia banned their guns because of the 96 massacre that they had, right?
Right.
And he was telling me, he goes, I don't understand why you guys have guns. He goes, I support your Second Amendment. I understand why. But let me explain to you how the real situation works. He goes, I understand you want to protect your family and all that stuff, and you have the right. But let me give you a real scenario. He goes, you're in your house. You're in the shower, okay? And you're naked. It's because you're in the shower. So you have no clothes on. The guy breaks into your house. Okay? He's robbing you. He's got probably a weapon or something. And you say to the guy, sir, hold on a second. I gotta go get my gun. Hold on. I gotta get my gun. Go to your safe. Sir, hold on a second. I gotta get the pin. Honey, was it 95 or 96 the password? Oh, it was my mother's anniversary. I don't know your fucking mother's anniversary. He goes, sir, hold on a second. I gotta get the gun out. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta protect this gun, but at the same time, you're not gonna have it for when you actually need it, because there's so much laws so that nobody gets hurt. Because you can't leave it on the table on your night room table and then your son comes by and thinks it's a toy and he's playing with it, right?
Yeah.
You have to put him away and all that stuff. So, what he was saying was, it's not 100% practical because of that line of where do you draw the line, as in how do you have them out? How do you not? No one's ready at the house with a holster, boom, 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 right? They have to put them away, or they have them locked up, or some people put trigger locks on them to put a key in it to open the trigger to shoot the bullet, to shoot the thing. So I don't know. It's a fine line there on the guns, really.
I think you just proved the solution, though.
That was this comedian's thing. I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
Just put it in a spot that you're most likely to be in when the
but there's the
break-in
problem
occurs.
is, okay, so let's say you're in where do you hang out the most in your house?
See, I actually would hide it in my bathroom.
In the shit right behind the thing, like Dwight Schrute, fucking blowgun right there.
Well, like you said, it has to be in a safe and whatever.
Oh, yes, but I'm saying is, where do you hang out the most in your house? What are you relaxing? Your room?
Like I said,
living?
I think the bathroom makes sense.
Bathroom makes
So
sense.
you're having a shower, you're naked, whatever, and your gun's just right in the stall, and so you hear the break-in, you key in the code.
But what if you're
grab the
not?
gun.
What if you're not near the bathroom? What if the guy breaks into the bathroom window and he's already in the bathroom? right?
Oh, then there's
Like a lot of
this.
people have bathrooms in their basement, and there's usually a small window. They come in through there, and your weapon's there. Now you can't get there, right?
Well, you gotta learn some fighting tactics to knock the guy out. Get your gun, be like, don't move.
Yeah, these all easier said than done.
Hey, I've never had someone break into my house,
When I was younger,
but the police clearly have to deal with something right now.
yeah, they're coming for you, Andy. They're coming for you. You better wrap up fast. They're coming.
Well,
Anyways,
I don't know if I should bring this up on the show.
what? What? You're killing me here.
I used to be a bad boy.
No, we're not talking about that. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, back when I was like 10 years ago, when I was a bit younger, I was at home and I was on the computer, and I heard this yelling, like some girl was screaming her head off outside, and I go, what's going on? I look outside my window. This lady's getting robbed, or mugged. I guess it's the same thing. I run outside. I go to help this lady. These two gentlemen with guns, they're robbing a lady at gunpoint for her groceries, or no, she dropped her groceries, but they came to they wanted to take her purse. So I ran and intercepted them. I scared these guys. As they're running, they dropped their guns. They run back, pulling up their pants because their pants were fucking down to their knees. And then they start jolting down towards the TTC station in my house. And then so my friend Ryan, he's coming by on his bicycle, and I go, Ryan, go catch these guys. He goes, okay. So he runs after these guys. I go right in my house.
After these guys.
Yeah, sorry, breaks out these guys. So he follows them. I run inside my house. I call the police, and then the police are like, they should take like 30 minutes to show up, because they ended up catching the guys on the way here, which was on the way to my house, which was crazy. Anyway, so later that night, or like a couple hours later, a few minutes later, I was talking to the lady, and I go, are you okay, ma'am, this and that? And I go, is there anything I can do for you? She goes, oh my God, that was like the craziest experience. And she goes, is it possible you get me a beer? I go, it was such a weird request, but I was like, yeah, I guess I have one in my house. And I got her a beer, and it was because she just went to like some traumatic thing. Anyway, so that night, went to the police station to identify the guy. I met her daughter, we talked, and it was just crazy. It was crazy how like this happened, and like it was just all on my street. It was crazy.
I ruined that relationship with
Yeah, he ruined it.
her daughter,
Yeah,
her mother's daughter.
he killed it like with a gun, like straight up, just dead.
Yeah, that's a bit risky bringing that up, but okay.
Anyways, Andy, you wanted to tell us about something?
No.
Okay, well, good thing I had something to tell you.
I think I've covered everything I wanted to say.
Oh, Facebook's in a lot of hot water these days. That big blue company, the internet giant. So, Mark Zuckerberg.
That's right, that's his name. Very good.
Nothing gets but Columbo over here.
Columbo.
He'll tell you, that's
He's
his
much
name.
older than Mark Zuckerberg.
Anyways, he's in a lot of hot water for stealing your for stealing your information again.
Oh.
It's been confirmed that the Facebook app on your phone has been tracking your SMS messages.
Fun.
Yeah, so like your conversations a little bit. What's the other one? The location services and another one. But it's three big things. And I'm like, geez, these guys are always in the news for something, and it's always leaked information. And then they were like, Mark, why didn't you disclose this like a couple months ago during your last trial? And he was like, didn't feel it was necessary. Kind of that was his. He didn't say it like that, but that was like the initial reaction he kind of gave. I saw in the photo, and because I read the article, it was crazy. But yeah.
I doubt Mark Zuckerberg actually has a Facebook profile.
Well, like I've seen it, but I don't know if it's real.
Probably isn't.
I know that if you try to make a Facebook profile that says Mark Zuckerberg, they won't let you.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, don't try that. But,
Because if they're stealing our identities and all of this, then if Mark Zuckerberg had a Facebook account, he would be getting screwed by the same company he's part of.
what do you mean? You're saying they'd screw him?
If he has a Facebook app and shit, yeah, they would just be
He has a
stealing his.
I'm sure he has his own Facebook account because he fucking made the website.
Yeah, but if he's in so much hot water for the,
All you're saying is he doesn't have it anymore.
I mean, I doubt he would, because then he's in the same.
Everyone's
Yes,
messaging
yeah.
him, fuck you, Mark.
He has the same problems that everybody else is getting on Facebook. I think though privacy these days is
Hard
overrated.
to come by. It's very hard to come by. What
Privacy is overrated.
do you mean overrated? Everybody wants privacy.
Well, I don't think in this day and age you're gonna get a lot of privacy.
I'm gonna go live on the bush. Fuck it. Just in a shed with my solar panels and this quiet fires
Like the
What's up?
Unabomber.
with some whiskey on by the lake.
Like the Unabomber.
Who's the Unabomber?
You don't know about the Unabomber?
Sounds familiar, but I forgot. I heard the Unabomber many times before, though.
The guy who put in different bombs into different parcels, sent one to the FBI, blew up a building, well, blew up a sector of the building.
Is this the same guy who sent the packages to the
Yeah.
residents?
That's the Unabomber.
Oh, I didn't know they had a specific name.
Yeah, universities and I forget how they got it. Something universities. Oh yeah, universities and airlines.
Because I remember he sent some
Unabomber.
stuff to like the Clintons' house. Everybody who was like an anti-Trump supporter, he sent shit to their house. This was like a couple months ago, a month or two.
What? How? No.
Oh.
That guy has been in jail for years.
Okay, then we're talking about two different complete stories.
Yeah,
Two
that's
different-
not. I mean, I don't think there's another Unabomber. That sounds like something else. This guy had his own manifesto. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I've heard of the Unabomber. I just don't remember exactly what he was. I didn't know that's what exactly he
was
did.
going to bomb an airline. He didn't. It was kind of fake. But they called him the Unabomber
Fake
because
news.
they thought he was going to bomb an airline. So that's why it's UN, University, A, Airline, Bomber.
That's crazy.
University and Airline Bomber.
People are crazy, man. I don't understand. Why do people do these things, man? Like, I
This
don't
was in
know.
the 70s.
Still, today people are still crazy. There's no matter what day it is, people are still doing crazy shit.
It's true.
I remember when I was going to Greece and back in 2006, so a couple of years, about 5 years after 9/11, getting on an airplane. There's this old Greek guy. He's in front of me. He's got a cane and everything. He's walking on, and the security guy goes to him. He goes, "Can I see your cane, sir?" He goes, "What, do you think there's a bomb in it?" But why the fuck would you say that in the security line with all the agents? He goes, "Sir, can you please step aside here? We're gonna bring you to the other room." Yeah, he never got on the plane. He never got on the plane. It's like, why would you say that, man? Like, they're obviously gonna search you now. They're gonna detain you for like ever. Anyways, I don't think he did, but he's just trying to be like a smart old Greek guy, like as in like, you know, trying to show like you can't mess with me kind of thing. But don't think that worked out for him. He missed his flight.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for our show.
Is it?
But unless you want to throw in one or two more topics, we'll end it there.
I don't have anything else to say.
Well, all I could say to you guys is Merry Christmas, and it is the season of giving, so help out as much as you can. Enjoy your time with your friends and family, and don't drink and drive.
Ho ho ho! Hold the pavements.
Have a good time until you look at your visa statement and you're like, fucking shit, about all that useful stuff.
Peace.
Peace out, guys. Merry Christmas.